All right, let's see. Okay, I'm getting levels.
Levels. Level up. Ding.
Looking good. Hey, you little scruffy kid. Let's do 10 seconds for Harambe.
Okay.
Quite good. Attack warning. Is it for real? Attack warning. It's for bloody real.
Live from Colorado Springs, the Drop Culture Podcast.
Want to confirm, is this an exercise? Roger, copy. This is not an exercise.
Come on, quick, get down. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, everybody. This is Brock and
Dan.
from the Drop Culture Podcast. Thanks for tuning in to the Quickcast.
It's a quick cast.
This is where we hang out and talk about what we've been watching.
And what we've been doing.
Yeah, it's fun to us.
Yeah. So you guys don't have to listen. I just download. That's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Otherwise, it's just kind of like current events and therapy, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what this is. This is our therapy time.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I can't ever seem to get a good appointment with the shrink. Like every time something comes up, no shit. Like they cancel like 3 or 4 times. Like I've been trying to see a psych for 6 months, and it's like Jareth has got him in the middle of the fucking labyrinth. And I gotta get him before fucking the end of the
Turn
night.
back
Right?
before it's too late.
It's like, and everybody's leading me in weird shit, and Hoggle's stealing fucking shit from me.
There's
It's
musical numbers with Muppets.
It's like I can't fucking get to the door, right? Even online, it was like, whoop, I'm gonna bump you. I'm like, what the fuck, right? Closest places are in like fucking Denver and stuff. I'm like, what the shit is this? And you know why I'm really putting a lot of effort into it?
What is that?
It's because my deductible has been fucking paid.
Let's go.
For the first time, right? Like, I don't have to pay any more for anything. So I can fucking go. You know what I mean?
I got 8 months. Let's go.
Man, my foot hurts. Fucking, I don't know, arthritis.
Arthritis.
There's a whole,
You got that arthritis.
there's a whole bunch of shit. Like, I'm starting to, hold on. Let me see if I do. I'm starting to eat like fucking Werther's Originals by the
God.
fucking handfuls.
Dude, if you pull one of those out of your pocket, I might have to leave.
That'd be badass. I thought I grabbed some.
Oh, I hear something in his pocket. Something's rattling.
No. That was my gum.
No.
Yeah, because my mouth gets dry.
Your mouth is getting dry. You pretty high.
It's not even, it's like Leatherface dry.
Oh, for the ASMR crowd. I don't ever know if I'm saying that right. Is it AMSR? ASMR? I don't know what it stands for. It's when people make sounds into like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't even know.
I don't understand it, but it's cool. Whatever you're into.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You hear some weird like lip sounds. That's cool. Just tune into the Drop Culture Quickcast.
Hey, we got it. We got everything for you. Pull up a cup of coffee.
That's right.
Sit a spell. I don't think I've ever invited anybody to sit a spell.
I don't think I have either.
It's like you meet a neighbor and you're like, you know what? You need to come out back. Meet me in the backyard. We'll sit a spell.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah. You got any cigarettes? Cool. Just smoke a cigarette. Talk about our lawn and shit. Just get into that conversation. You're like, I know, man. I know. I mean, I'm out here every weekend trying to get the fucking grass to grow, but for fucking some reason, it looks like a goddamn herd elephant sleep here.
Yeah, that's never happened to me. I don't.
No?
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, my neighbor here, like, he came over and helped me cut trees and stuff.
Right.
Cool dude. I gave him some wood for his, garden and stuff, biological matter.
Oh, nice.
You know, but yeah, we're not gonna sit and talk.
Hey, I've
And
talked
then-
to my neighbors. So
And,
many
like a
times.
little bit, you know,
Yeah.
like, well, I'm not a bad
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying anything like
No,
that.
no,
It's just
yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
busy, he's busy. You know,
you
like,
don't have the opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, I think opportunity's probably there, but we'd both have to have the want to, you know, like
Right.
at the same time. That's usually the key, right?
And you got a good 30 yards away, so you're not like that close
Oh no, yeah, but
to your neighbor.
yeah, we're over the fence, but you know, it's
See, I'm like 20 feet,
right,
so if my neighbor's out back, I'm like, hey, what's up?
right.
Cool.
Well, that's why I liked all those trees, dude. Like around the backyard and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like to
Right.
keep the privacy. And then we're down to like 22 trees in the backyard. Which sounds ridiculous, but
It's Colorado.
yeah, it's really not.
Living on a mountain. You live in one of the most beautiful fucking parts around here. You know what I mean?
don't know about that.
It's nice,
I like
dude,
it,
for
though.
real. It's cool. This is a place where like you're like, oh, I don't hear traffic.
Yeah, that's helpful.
That's nice.
I mean, 24 is right there, but yeah, we don't hear it over here.
No, man. We went to Mount Princeton the other day.
Nice.
The kids were down, or kids were up. I always say down, even though we're in the middle, and they're in Austin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they came up
They're in
and
the south.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're like fucking in Shitsville, you know, in Austin. All I've heard is just nothing but bad shit.
Really?
You know, they've lived there for 10 years,
Right.
going on 10 years, I think.
Well, and that was
So,
right when Dell got there and stuff too, right?
Yep. A lot of shit was happening. And now my son's he's one of those programmer kids that went through everything, right?
Right.
And now it's like he's like shit's moving so fast, it's crazy. Like I'm keeping up. I just plus he's making like fucking a good amount of money. Yeah,
sure.
he's doing good. And I'm proud of him and his fiance too, doing the same thing.
I think that's like the medical field though. Like that's constantly keeping up on things. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like
Right.
there's no, well, I learned everything I learned in college. Now I can just go forward with what I know.
Right.
You're constantly learning because things are constantly changing, you know?
Yeah, you hope.
Yeah.
You hope that, yeah, because I mean, just even seeing those Dr. Nick ones from My 600-Pound Life. Do you ever watch those?
No.
He
We've talked about 'em,
Yeah,
but I've
he uses
never
a
watched
fucking robot to cut, and the way that they do it now instead of
Well, hold,
yeah,
okay. Nobody sees this, but you're telling me the 600-pound doctor uses a robot with wiggly fingers?
yeah, he has.
Like-
Well, it doesn't have wiggly fingers,
I was like, where's he sticking this?
but
thing?
they go in like 3 or 4 different spots.
Okay.
And one of them looks like a hair straightener.
Okay.
But it cauterizes immediately, so he cuts off chunks of the stomach right there, and then that's how he gets
What?
those right. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
They cut people up
yeah,
on the show?
but it's almost like fucking. You don't see any blood. You don't see a lot. It's not that bad.
Okay.
Right? It's the people having to live that way before that happens. You're like, fuck, man. Like they can't move their legs and stuff, but they're using fucking robots. And this little bitty dude is like, hi. I think you need to stop eating every day. And you're like, holy shit, man. And they're just like, I'm 600 pounds and this is my life.
Damn.
But technology is really running
Oh,
shit
sure,
right now.
sure, of
It's
course.
it's in a spot now where there's so many things that's jumping in the last like 6 months that is fucking crazy.
Sure.
To see shit now and you're like, whoa, they didn't have that. Wait a minute. Like seeing John Goodman pitch some diet fucking supplement, but it's a fucking AI thing.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Because you could tell.
Yeah.
But you have to really look at it. You know what I mean? You have to watch the whole thing, and then you're like, oh, that's not him at all.
This is all lies.
Wow. It's amazing. Now there's what is the new shit? I was hearing something about like I think they're starting to make jobs to where we're teaching AI shit.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's been like
Yeah.
probably the last year. That's been like one of the top like going to explode markets.
That's fucking crazy.
And you don't really have to know anything.
No.
Like you have to know how to develop prompts, basically.
Right.
So like an English major would be good at that.
Yeah.
Throwing that out there. I don't really want to do that. I don't want
Right.
to work in the AI world. I don't want to work for Skynet.
Well, you know what? I would almost rather work for my overlord than die. So Skynet, sign me up for a little while. I'll check your health plan out. That's about it. You know.
I'm out. I got morals.
Have you seen the previews to that new movie, Civil War? Not. Oh well, I know the preview's been out for a long time, but I finally started paying attention to it recently because it's coming out this month. I think.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's
Ish.
Well, the thing to me is, you remember how they were all about how the Joker was going to bring out incels and cause a riot. Don't let your military dudes go there. You know, keep them away from it. And it was like, what the fuck? This was a Martin Scorsese movie. It was fucking bitching.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
It was a great fucking movie. But then we have this movie, which is about American patriots. Shit like that. So what do you think this is going to do?
That's true.
I mean, honestly, what is this
I'm
gonna
waiting to see
do?
what Joker 2 does, because it's going to take those same people and make them all gay. Because it's a musical, and I think that'll be great. It'll be good for them. It'll like give them a different perspective on the world.
I don't know. It's just I don't know why.
Please don't send your troops to Joker 2. It's turning the frogs gay.
Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, folie à deux.
I'll watch it.
I'm going to watch it, of course, but now it's did you see the thing that it's a jukebox musical now?
What the fuck is that?
So that means it's going to take songs we know,
Ah,
and they'll be doing those.
like Moulin Rouge and shit.
Kind of, yeah.
Fucking hated that movie.
Like Rock of Ages.
Baz Luhrmann, the Baz Luhrmann films, you know. And it's like every 14-year-old's like Aspire movie, you know what I mean? It's like I'm Leo from fucking Romeo and Juliet, bro. I just need a white hat. all the preppy kids around my fucking hometown all wore white hats.
Oh, really?
They were fucking assholes.
Fucking white hats.
The white hats, that's what we call them, white hats. And you know, it was, remember that phase where it had like
They wore like white cowboy hats?
No,
or?
they were white.
That's what I would like.
Yeah.
Like in my head, because you're from Texas,
right?
They were all wearing white cowboy hats.
Right. Well, not far from it.
Okay.
That was like the year before.
Okay, fair.
And the brush poppers and the fucking, you know, the boots, the rhinestone cowboys and shit. Yeah. You know, all that shit was there, right?
Urban cowboys. That's what we used to call them.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even live on a farm, dude. You've never seen a farm.
All the people, all the people that did that at like around me growing up lived on a farm.
Yeah, well, no, we had those too, but I'm just saying that they had their friends that dressed like them and had the big trucks, but like their dad was a chemical engineer.
You live in the suburbs, dude. You don't need a fucking 4-wheel drive. What the fuck is that?
Oh, you're
horn
playing
doing on your
CB
car?
tag. I see what's going on out here.
No. Yeah, those dudes fucking sucked. Just like the jocks. But the hats, right? No, they were ball caps, right? They were white ball caps for like colleges, but there was fake colleges like Mississippi Fur Buns or some shit like that. You know, it was like Mississippi Boobs.
Mississippi Boobs.
Yeah, it was like, it was supposed to be a funny like pun.
Yeah, gotcha.
I don't know what it was, but...
And my recommendation is, if you're going to go with a college pun, that you just get, what is it, southeastern Eastern South Carolina, whatever it is, the Gamecocks. And a lot of their shirts just said the cocks on it.
Gamecocks. You know, one time on a softball
South Carolina, Gamecocks.
Gamecocks?
Yeah.
Why would they name it that?
I think
Same
it's
reason,
great.
yeah. Same reason they named the Cleveland Indians the Cleveland Indians. At the time, it was just like, what the fuck?
I saw that on that note. I don't know if it was real or not. I didn't vet the article, but I was scrolling through something like while I was in a hotel last week, and I saw that the Washington Commanders, the football team, formerly the Washington Redskins, are being sued by a native tribe.
Called the Commanders?
No, to change the name back, because now they can't have the chief guy that ran out was like to honor this one chief of theirs. Mm-hmm. And they're like, this is bullshit. Like, man, a little late in the game to come up with a lawsuit about this, right? Like, wouldn't you have been like, hey, no, don't change it?
Yeah.
Here's why. before like the 2 years it took them to change, get that
Right.
shit figured out.
And
3 years, whatever it was.
Get the shittiest goddamn name.
Well, they were the
Yeah.
Washington football team for a year.
I think Jamie Kennedy could have fucking named the team better than that shit. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. No,
Could he
man.
have outacted it?
What the fuck, right? Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? That's yeah.
Yeah.
It's too late in the game.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
I mean, I
dude.
get it. All of the changes that have gone through in the last like 10 years for, more of like recognizing history and putting history in the right place, but still.
Well, the problem is everything. It's all like everything happens, right?
Mhm.
It flips too far one way or too far the other, and then
Pendulums.
you want that balance back. But now you're fighting so hard it flips the other way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, it's important to recognize the history behind everything and educate people on that. But just to take it to like the level where that didn't exist, which is where I feel like we went with a lot of things,
Yes.
is not good.
No. No.
Because what's the saying? Like, those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah. No.
You know?
We're repeating it every fucking single day. But the problem with it is too is we're letting the repeat happen.
Right.
So think about the time periods when people
I thought we were just talking about the election.
I know, right?
Go
No.
ahead. No, I'm just
Think
kidding. I'm
about the
joking.
last time like a mass consciousness kind of like swept, and some generation or multiple generations got together and said, "All right, status quo's fucked up. Speak out about it, but let's do something."
So like the 60s.
Nothing happened there. Everybody spoke out against it, but did they really change it? Not a fucking thing.
Well, some.
It went corporate. Is what happened. They
Well-
figured out, all right, let's make it seem cool, and then it seems like,
But I mean, I was just thinking more of like, the segregation ending.
oh yeah,
Things like that. That was, I think, more of a.
But still,
It wasn't
it didn't end it.
100% corrected.
Yeah, it didn't end it. All that was like fucking. That was some bullshit too. Still those rights had not been in place since the fucking beginning, and they still had to fight it up until our fucking grandparents were alive. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
To
for
think
sure.
about how old our country is, compared, we're virgins. You know what I mean?
Right, sure.
200 and something years old. We got a lot to fucking growing.
Right.
Got a lot to fucking learn. And then now, from then until about now, it seems like everybody's kind of content.
Right.
In that way, I see the contentment where it's like, I don't want to give up what I have, but yet at the same time, I don't like it for some reason, because we are kind of spoiled.
Sure.
Everybody
100%.
is. I know I am. I love everything that I have. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I mean, there's still that materialism in me, but at the same time, that's something that I'm trying to buck. Just trying to get rid of, so it'd be just a little bit more open.
Right.
But Civil War,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's where all this shit's fucking going,
Yeah.
which is stupid. Why can't we work together?
Agreed.
Why can't we be friends?
Can't we all just get along?
I listen to War probably once or twice a week.
Okay.
Fucking The World is a Ghetto. What a fucking song, man. The world is a ghetto. Don't you know? I fucking love that song.
Nice,
dude.
man.
Used to fucking jam it all the time back in the day. Be cruising around the old fucking car. Yeah. It just fucking like, I don't know. It was perfect at those moments. You're like John Travolta in fucking Pulp Fiction, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just like you look at it, just like, yeah.
I was on one of my many long trips in the car and listening to some Little Troy, "Wanna Be a Baller." Wanna be a baller.
Shakala.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I was like, all right, this is my life.
Damn. Yeah. It's fucking.
I wasn't,
chilling.
doing the blunting thing like you said. I was driving for work, so.
Yeah, right. Of course. No. That was back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like chilling, fucking listening to War, and then now doing the dishes. I was a freewheeling teenager one time, 1998, and then now I listen to the Cisco Kid whenever I'm doing dishes. That's fucked up. That's funny though. Because what movies have you been watching? I actually wrote some down to kind of talk about.
Okay. Well, as recently as last night, I watched the Hunger Games, Snakes and Plagues, or whatever.
Return to Hunger Mountain.
Yeah. I don't even know, dude. What is it? Songbirds and Snakes or something.
Snakes and Sparklers.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That movie is terrible. Do not watch it. And that, like my wife and my oldest daughter, we were all going to sit down and watch it. We ordered food. We were like, yeah, we're going to sit down and eat this teriyaki madness.
Damn.
Yeah.
Get like fucking like Chinese food hung over. Huh?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And watch this movie. Okay, cool. And it wasn't streaming anywhere. So I rented it on YouTube. Which means I paid money for it, sort of. And then we watched it, and
there was a
2.5, 3 hours later, however long this movie was, like, my daughter even stopped it once, and I was like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I just wanted to see where we were," and they're like they're more invested in that story than I am. So it's not like me just being a shitbag, being like, "Fuck your Hunger Games."
Right. When you check a movie for how long it's got for the first time you've ever seen it, that's like an issue. Fucking sucks.
Right.
It's like it's still got 45 fucking minutes.
Not good, dude. And there's a point where like I don't know where you're at in the movie, maybe a quarter way through the movie. And the girl starts singing, and I'm like, is this a fucking musical? And everybody's like, looking, she's like, oh my God.
Did she start like, no?
I think she sang 3 times throughout the movie.
But
it wasn't like a musical.
It was part of the narrative.
This is about to happen. Because if I have to sit through Hunger Games, the musical.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
They're
turning Lost Boys into a live musical, just so you know. And also, Lost Boys is playing here Friday at the Cinemark.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That might be a good one to go see. Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that might be pretty good. Yeah, hell yeah!
I'm gonna see if I can make it back
Friday night. No shit. This week I think I'm going back down to Texas.
Going back down to Texas, boys.
Got to go back down. Got a little family gathering.
The old cement pond.
We can go sit around the old cement pond. Going to be nice.
Grab one of them passing sticks.
Hey, taste the meat, not the heat. No. Okay, so Hunger Games.
Yeah, don't. That's all. That's all I got to say.
Yeah,
just
strongly.
Don't. Yeah, and yeah, no. And I kind of liked the first couple of them that I watched. I was like, yeah, they're pretty cool because I was watching them with my kids and my wife. You know what I mean? Like, there's a fair amount of action. It's interesting enough. It's a total ripoff of
Part 1?
No. I was gonna say
that would be crazy. Like Star Wars.
What is the movie? I'm blanking on the movie.
Hunger Games?
No.
I'm trying to refresh.
The Japanese movie where all the kids get put on the island and it has different, like, they have to kill each other.
Battle Royale.
Thank you.
I'm like,
duh.
I got it.
Brain farted right there. Got me a little brain fart.
Some people call it a brain fart. I like to call it a brain shit. No, man.
But yeah, don't fucking watch that movie ever.
Like Madam Web.
Oh yeah, I watched that too. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I was curious at a weird moment of vulnerability, as I'd like to say. You know what I mean? It was late, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it could be good, or it could be Morbius bad.
Fact.
And I think Morbius is still worse than this movie, but wow.
Yeah.
What a horrible movie.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you. I don't think I hated it as much as you.
Ooh.
But for good reason. I found the perfect way to watch this movie. And I was like, yeah, it was a movie. I had it on my phone. I had my earbuds in, you know. And so I had it set up, and I was on the couch in the living room, just like on the coffee table right next to me.
On the divan.
Yeah. And meanwhile, I was playing a game of Madden. So, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, it's over. Cool. And I was
How
like...
did she get her powers?
Oh, I know.
Wow.
Because it's dumb.
What a fucking stupid movie.
Yeah, it was pretty
Why?
stupid. I don't
I
know.
just don't understand how they were like, this is going to fucking kick ass. Who convinced them? Because I don't even think fucking Dakota Johnson was convinced that it was going to be, and she was a fucking star.
Yeah,
you
for
know what I
sure.
mean? It was so bad in the way that she can't act.
She's not a very good actress, in my opinion.
I couldn't do better than her.
No,
so,
yeah,
I mean,
I'm not
that's,
saying that, by any
That's
means.
kind of shitty to say. I mean, she's a professional actress, but at the same time,
Or at least
her
she-
acting was not for this movie.
There you go. There you go. Little Wooden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was Big Chief Woodenhead. You know what I mean? I would have seen more and more. But like, I just kept saying, this is like a fucking, the biggest blow to mom jeans that could ever have happened, you know? Biggest blow to mom jeans and shoulder pads. And shoulder pads weren't even part of it. You
Right,
know what I
right.
mean? It was like a slap in the face to shoulder pads, like, don't come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Fuck you. But some of the action was cool.
Yeah, some of the action was cool. There were things, where I was like, oh, that was neat.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, then the rest of this movie.
And that was it.
Oh, it's third down.
Whoa. Oh, is that the bat? Oh, okay, cool. How did he get into the NSA? No way. There's spider people? It was, what the fuck was that?
I don't know, dude.
Coming out of the trees and shit and rescuing her baby. She was born in the healing waters. You will come back for looking for answers, and I will be here. What? Morbius should have shown up.
Spider daddy.
Yeah. I am your Spider-Man dad. What? Ben Parker? Was it the Ben Parker that we know? No, probably not. Because was it May Parker? I don't know. Was that Peter in the womb? I don't know. Maybe.
Could be.
Got a blood transfusion from the fucking widow of the next web.
There's a Spider-Man story where she's May and Ben's baby? No, May and Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is May and his dad's baby because they had an affair.
Oh. Well.
Yeah. Richard Parker getting around. They don't call him Dick for nothing.
They don't call him Dick for nothing. He ain't short.
Yeah. So I got a big old long dick.
Got a big old hog just staring at you. Intimidating you. He's like your dad coming down. And you're just like, oh, god damn. Whoa.
Just start yelling at him. Ain't no motherfucking Tubuku.
Tubuku. That's fucked up. No.
And then he just runs away because he's
Yeah.
confused. What is going on?
What the fuck? No, that movie sucked ass.
Yeah, no,
it was so
terrible,
bad.
dude. It was.
It was laughable all the way through it. Like there would be parts where I'd be like, "Oh, no."
I didn't
that's
even
dumb.
mind seeing the future thing. I thought that
No,
was
that
okay.
was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was done okay. Some of the action was okay, some of it wasn't, but
How was she keeping up with the fucking spider dude? You know what I mean? Like fighting him and like landing blows and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck, right? And
well, that wasn't the only power she had.
right, what
Isn't
was
that what
it?
he said?
Yeah, it was like, is she superhuman? I don't fucking get it.
You got the touch.
She's tapping on the fucking the webs of the fucking life or something.
You got the power. Yeah.
Let's see it from Lookout Mountain.
Every time I drive by that sign, dude, going to Grand Junction, I'm like, we can see it all from Lookout Mountain.
Every time. If I'm ever around it, I say it in my
I
head.
almost
every time.
call you sometimes just to say it and then hang up.
Just because I see it. When you see it, you're like, fuck yes. They were here. That was 2000. I remember. Dude, have you seen the movie Night Swim yet?
That was a really loud Yeti.
It's not insulated.
Night swim? No.
Yeah, night swim, not night sweats.
I've seen those before.
Night Sweats is the new game show to where you eat a whole bunch of fucking like fried chicken, mashed potatoes, steak, shit like that.
Yeah.
And you have to like
You have to
choose. You have to eat a certain amount of body weight.
Right.
And then whoever sweats the most
Right.
overnight wins.
But you only get to choose certain proteins,
Yes.
because you could go straight meat sweats if you want to, but like you only get so much.
You get to pick
portion.
one protein.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Like
okay.
so it's like
So you
Kobe
couldn't have
steak.
fried chicken and steak.
Yeah, you could have fried chicken, you could have pasta, but you just got to have enough to where your body's like fighting off diabetes as fucking every breath you take. You know what I mean? And it's like
Your colon hates you.
yeah, but there's no bathroom. So sweats everything.
Okay, I've got to branch off of this, and this is going to be really gross. This is a 3-day eating event. But the chair that you're sitting on is a porta potty.
Oh, good God.
A very clean one, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of 72 hours, it's whoever has the most volume of excrement.
Oh, you'd have to have like your seat. You'd be sealed in the seat, right? You know what I mean? Like everything's sealed, so it's airtight, right?
Oh,
and
God.
it just like you pee everything, right? Just right into that thing, and it keeps a tally right
Yeah.
underneath you. It's like one of those big chairs where they're on The Voice and they're like. So
and you
the
could,
voice,
and it's a 72-hour thing, so you could go like it'd be on the local news, like, hey, John's piss pot extravaganza, whatever,
he just shit 3 pounds. That's
Can
fucking
you believe
crazy.
that?
Yes,
That's a tenth of his body weight. Well, they'd only be 30 pounds. That'd be weird.
they could bet on it. People could bet on it.
Yeah,
They bet on
of
fucking
course, dude.
everything.
There'd be prop bets all the time.
Damn. Think about all right, everybody. That's the new game show.
That's so nasty. It's so gross.
Night Sweats. And it's just like fucking playing nothing but like Bon Scott music and shit. AC/DC the whole time. Dun, 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 dun. Something cool. Oh, anyway, Night Swim.
Yeah, night swim. No, I haven't seen that. What is this? Do I know about this?
It's about a pool
Oh, okay.
that has groundwater
and people die?
It's mystic.
Mystic groundwater.
Didn't get all the way through it, and it's
Okay.
the U.S. agent. What's his nuts?
Russell? Wyatt Russell?
Yeah, Wyatt Russell.
Yeah.
No, and it was just like,
Not good.
It was like, I can't believe that this really happened. That sucks because I didn't even get through it. So maybe that's part of it because I was just like, this is boring.
Well, there are sometimes, dude, and this is what I find, like, I have to try to watch a movie again because sometimes it's just my mindset. I'm not in the
Right.
mood for that kind of movie. And then I know what kind of movie it is, and I'm like, I'll give that another shot.
Right.
Like what I feel that.
Try to. Yeah, I try to revisit shit.
Mm-hmm.
If
Some of it you can't.
Yeah,
You're just like, this is garbage.
it's like black licorice.
Yeah.
You're like, every once in a while, you're like,
no.
maybe I'll try it, and maybe it's different. And then you take a bite, you're like, fuck.
Nope.
It's like, fuck this. Should have got chocolate Twizzlers. Did you see that shit that they do on the movies now? I know this is like another like tangent,
Whatever, dude. It's a quick cast. We can do whatever we want.
but
We didn't give them a subject.
but you can order your concessions from the movie theater to be delivered to your house. So you can get a bucket of popcorn, a couple of Cokes, actually delivered to your door so you can have a movie night at home. It's fucking, you get popcorn and Cokes, just like in the movie theater.
You can't buy popcorn.
Not their
Pork
popcorn.
Coke?
Yeah. It's something about the way that they have them. You know it. Just tastes different. If you had your own popcorn machine, how awesome would that be? Smelling fresh popcorn. What is one of the greatest smells in the world besides that?
Cinnamon rolls in the oven.
Oh, motherfucker.
That's a
Yeah.
pretty good one.
That was a damn good one. But fucking popcorn.
Popcorn's a good one.
But fucking popcorn. It's like going into Walmart in 1986. Oh, can I get some popcorn? No, you're not getting anything. 1984, right before the movies.
Well, the Target that was behind where we both worked had that too. The popcorn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you could get chicken fingers and shit. They had a
Yeah.
cafeteria,
They did.
and it was a cool
And then
place.
it was the Starbucks.
Yeah, no, yeah. I haven't been over there in a long time.
I haven't either.
I went to that Target for something. I forgot what it was. But of course they didn't have it.
Yeah. I haven't been over there in forever.
No.
Yeah.
No reason to. But Night Swim? No,
Yeah.
don't watch it.
So far we've got
2 movies.
three movies. Don't watch any of these. I mean, you can watch them, but don't have expectations.
If you respect our judgment, hopefully you feel the same about them.
Well, and if you don't, if you enjoy it, let us know.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
we
no,
missed
no.
something. That's always a possibility.
Tell me why Madam Web was the fucking smash of the century, you know?
Hunger Games Snakes on a Plane would have been way better, dude. Hunger Games Snakes and Planes. Hunger
Snakes.
Games Boats and Hoes.
Hunger Games, boats and hoes.
Oh.
Very fucked up. Did watch a movie called Double Blind.
Double Blind.
It's a newer horror movie, but it's more... It's basically about a drug. So it's like a double blind test, and they give all these people this drug, and they have to live through it.
Well, that's better than being blind, and then you're blinded again. You're even more blind.
And then they can't see.
I'm double blind.
I'm blinded. No, I mean, it's not a bad one.
Okay.
Got all the way through it, enjoyed it.
Nice.
I didn't like start playing fucking Animal Crossing right in the middle of it, or like have a solitaire match. Like, this sucks.
I only play solitaire on airplanes
For real?
because it plays offline.
Oh, yeah. It's the best one, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'll just play some solitaire.
Yeah, it'll pass
Pass
the
the
time.
time.
Yeah, I just download. Every time now I've been on a plane and download comics. But you got, there's no room on a fucking airplane anymore. It sucks.
I've got like 4 movies on my phone, but they're all like John Woo, like Hard Boiled, and like, and I've watched them all a million times on the plane.
Right.
And Bullet Train, I think I have that one with Brad
Damn.
Pitt.
Brad Pitt, Bullet Train. No, it wasn't one of those Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson.
Money Train?
joints. Money Train.
Money train.
White men can't jump.
What was
Motherfucker got British Knights on.
what was the cowboy movie with him and Kiefer? Woody Harrelson and Kiefer Sutherland.
What the?
Do you remember that? And they go to the city, and Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah,
becomes
Cowboy Way.
Cowboy Way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson becomes a underwear model or something.
What the fuck, right?
Sure,
Dude. Oh, but let me ask you this too: what is a cooler, like, overall movie than Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man? That movie's fucking cool.
It is a cool movie.
It's just cool.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not special. You know, it's
No,
not
but it
like,
is cool.
It's weird because it's in a future, but not really the future. Only like an alley future.
It's like a couple days in the future.
yeah, it's like 2000.
Yeah.
It's around there, but it's a fucking cool ass
That
movie.
was a cool
I
ass
mean,
movie, for sure.
fucking Don Johnson's character is the shit. Mickey
Mickey
Rourke,
Rourke,
fucking
yeah.
awesome in that fucking movie.
For
Everybody was fucking kicked ass in that movie. Even Big John Studd.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. And fucking, what was her name? The singer. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, the Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to think who it is.
Her name is Lulu in the movie, but yeah. I watch that movie quite often.
I like that movie. We'll have to do that movie soon.
Yeah. It's a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And even the Baldwin brother that was in there, the one that you never really can remember his name,
Yep.
did a great job. And then you had Scagnetti. He was fucking... Scagnetti was the actual bad guy in it, and he was a piece of shit. What's his name? Shit. The only thing I ever remember him saying is from the documentary for... Natural Born Killers. He's like, he said something about Oliver Stone, like, "Hey, I got this 5-leg table. You're one of the legs. You want to fuck up my table?" And he's like, "No, I don't want to fuck up your table, man."
Vanessa Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people. Giancarlo Esposito.
And it was Daniel Baldwin.
Oh.
And yeah, Giancarlo Esposito. Now the bad guy and everything.
Yeah. Now he's everywhere.
A great actor, don't get me wrong, but
the first two things I remember from is that, and what's the other one?
Mandalorian?
Nope. No. This is a classic fucking movie.
Classic.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive.
Oh yeah, of course.
He was the guy that got all the fucking free shit.
Yeah.
And then got electrocuted because he got mesmerized by the fucking squares and circles and shit. It was like, wee, 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 wee. He was like,
That's right.
Every time I see him, I'm like, man, that was Gus Fring. They got him early. I love that fucking movie too.
Absolutely.
Man. Stephen King always talks shit about it. You know, he hates that movie, but
It wasn't
I'm
what he envisioned. I could see that from a creator side.
Yeah, but
I don't think you can be that attached once you tell them they can make a movie.
Yeah,
you know,
or if you're on that much cocaine.
Fact.
I mean, if you're like wasted off of coke and you got money to make a fucking movie, of course it's gonna have AC/DC right in the soundtrack.
Right.
Of course it's gonna have fucking explosions. Of course, it's going to have some weird fucking concept out of the blue. It's going to be badass.
Right.
I wish that they would almost revisit that idea, even though now with the way that... Because we still don't have physical like things that can move around like androids and shit if they took over. Like if the comet actually went over.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
We were in the tail of the comet. It's all green outside and shit. Just waiting.
Let's go.
Got to stay away from all electronics.
Right.
Like the ice cream truck. Yeah. Double Blind, Madam Web sucked. The Omen 1 through 3.
Oh, yes.
Went through them all yesterday. It's hard to say 1 through 3.
1 through 3. It's all right.
But it was actually a pretty fun run. I didn't realize. I mean, the monologue that Sam Neill gives to his father, Lord Satan, you know, in the room with Jesus, like he's on the cross backwards and shit, like with his palms up, and he's still like, I don't know, it's fucking crazy. He's like, I love you, Satan. The whole time you're like, holy fuck, this is weird.
Right?
Yeah. and like everybody's cool with it. You know what I mean? Like everybody around him's like, oh yeah, but my son wasn't born in between those hours. And he's like, nah, they are. Go home and kill your own son. What the fuck?
Right.
It gets pretty nuts. And then the second one, of course, he was like, he could like force fucking make him go crazy.
Yeah.
And then the dog's jumping up on shit and being like, wah, 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 hypnotizing. You know? It was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is all for you, Damien. Oh, that would have ripped that woman's head off in part one.
Yep.
Jumping off the deal and it was snap. That would have been fucking crazy.
Nothing else. She would have been hanging by just a little meat, maybe.
Before it ripped.
Yeah.
Oh my god! From just sheer gravity, this is fucked up. Well, that was like I was telling you. That was that movie has a lot of old memories because it's. I don't know why I was at this house at this time. I can remember almost everything about that day. It was like a weird, like, it's one of those pivot points in history. You know, if I go back to that, if I went
It's one
left.
of the nexus points.
Yeah, right. It's an overlap. And this was playing on the TV, and it was this weird fucking apartment, which was weird in Amarillo at the time because there was not that many apartments, and you didn't really know that many people. So I think you knew maybe one person out of like 300 that lives in a fucking apartment, right?
Sure.
Depending on where you were at. So I was over there for some reason. I don't know what my parents were doing. They were probably out fucking gallivanting, boot scooting or some shit. But that was on the TV, and it was just the lead up to her falling down. Mm-hmm. That was another one of those pivotal moments for me looking at movies, being like, God damn, what the fuck was that?
I think that was another like HBO's Cinemax movies that I watched pretty young, you know?
Yeah. You think about whenever those came out, and then whenever cable TV was really super popular or getting there, you know,
Right.
Whenever you were getting pure cable TV back in like, what, 84, 85?
Sure.
So they weren't even 10 years old yet.
Yeah.
And they were still premiering fucking movies that were like, holy shit. And it was a lot
For
of
sure.
horror movies because people watch that shit.
For sure.
So like I said, I still got the same VHSs from back in the day. So I'm putting them all on DVD.
Nice.
So that way I can upload. I can watch Friday the 13th Part 3 the way that it's intended.
Right.
All like. It's so cool, dude. Being able to do anything now with technology is awesome.
For sure.
But yeah, Omen 1 through 3, pretty good.
There you go.
I got that board game, The Thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Nice.
It takes forever to get set up,
Okay.
but once you go, it's pretty easy to grasp. I mean, it's like 1, 2, 3.
Cool.
But we only play with 4 players, and if we would have played with like the full complement of like 11, that would be fucking awesome.
Okay.
I think it would be really cool if we knew some people that could play it, and we could all do like a Discord or something.
Oh.
If everybody had the board.
Oh, I see.
And we're all on the deal. We get to pick who we want. Everybody moves the same, everything that they want. Because the little characters like Blair, you got all these characters and they got all their deals. It's a fucking pretty cool game.
Nice, dude.
But you got to learn it pretty good, but it's not that bad. And then I ended up playing Magic the other day.
Oh.
Right. Never played Magic before. I kind of get it now. It makes sense.
Yeah, I played a little bit when I was in Cuba. One of my buddies was into it. And
Well, my son's like...
he gave me a deck when he left the army or something. I was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah. My son was like, yeah, I'm going to teach you. And the shit that he has in his head, I was like, God damn, man, how do you remember all of that? Like he was like, here's for you and Mom. Because Amy used to play back in the day.
Oh, cool.
Like when it first came out.
Sure.
So it's like, I'm still getting used to how all of that mana and all that shit works. Because I never played RPGs or anything like that.
Right.
It was always Street Fighter. It's pretty cool, though. That game is awesome.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there has got a copy of that game or wants to play that game, we should set something up. Just get at us at dropculturepodcast@gmail.com. Okay, we're back. No, man. Anything else going on?
No, I was trying to think if we
X-Men 97.
yeah, watched X-Men 97.
Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. I was kind of leaning into the Rogue and Storm stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
And the Shadow Master or whatever.
Yeah.
Shadow King.
Yeah, it was fucking cool as shit seeing Mojo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a badass episode.
Yeah, for sure. Getting to see some of the 2D video game art of the characters too was cool.
It was a fucking badass. So far, it's been really good.
Agreed. And it's a lot of storylines going on, which is cool too, but they're easily kept up with.
Yeah. How many episodes are they supposed to have, do you know?
I have no idea.
Man, I hope they have like 20, like they used to.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Shit, like 23 or 24 or something. That way you can get some arcs in, But they'll probably have 6. And then be like, wait, 4 more years and then we'll have another 3.
Well, I think they've already got the next season queued up.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if it's done, but,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is a blast from the past, and it is very memorable, especially the theme song, because that's the only TV show I think I always watch the theme song.
Yeah.
Always, every time. Just like, yeah. You're like, oh, who are they? Who are they? Who's the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants? Who have they got in there? Oh, whoa. Is that Forge? That looks like it'll be a pretty cool storyline.
Yeah.
Bringing him into it.
That's from the comics too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like how they're actually using a lot of the comic book stuff.
For sure.
But they're like, what? How long are they?
45 minutes, maybe?
45-minute cartoons.
40 between 40 and 45, I think.
That's the shit.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Sometimes you're watching and you're like, damn, how long has this been going on?
Well, and you think back in the day, all the episodes were like 20-something minutes.
Yeah. That's all you had. So you had to put like 4 together, and that was like a month.
Right.
Every Saturday, you got to fucking
get
wake
a whole
up.
story arc in 2 episodes of this one.
Yeah. Or you can get one story done. It's like they have 2 stories going on, almost like a book.
Yeah.
In a way. So like a comic book would have that shit.
Sure.
Yeah, speaking of X-Men, I got a copy of X-Men Classics #1. I'm proud of that.
Nice.
It was for like $7.
Sweet.
It was fucking pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's a reader copy, but that's what I want it for.
I wanted to read it.
Want to read it. But I was talk a little bit more about DC 1 Million is one of those event deals, But it's a pretty crazy story.
And when did it come out?
Oh, God, I don't know. It was...
Just for a frame of reference for anybody that's interested. You keep talking.
It was like 2000. It's like mid 2000s or something. Is what it was after or before New 52. When was New 52? It's 2016 or some shit. But yeah, pretty weird series. Pretty weird characters in it. But they're all like Supermans of the future, or Batmans of the future, or Martian Manhunters. Still from there.
It looks like 1990.
Oh shit!
1999.
Damn. Well, they try to make it look all like technologically cool, right? But it's not. It wasn't really built the same way.
Why are you all technologically cool?
Why you gotta look so techno, yo? But it's just the complex idea of that being the 853rd century, right? Mm-hmm. And you have these generations of heroes throughout these thousands and thousands of years. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And there's different versions of each one of them, and they all have the same purpose, or they're all inspired by the ones from the 20th century, which is like, okay.
Right.
Those guys, they were cool, but I think Batman, 6,472 was probably pretty fucking badass too.
Sure.
But the imagination and the sandbox, you could play in a million world like that.
Right.
So you have these guys like Superman. Superman is alive, the original Superman, but it's basically the reason why they're coming back is they wanted to, the 853rd Justice League came back. They want to get the heroes back so they can welcome the original Clark Kent, the original Superman, back from the sun, because he was living inside of the sun almost that whole entire time.
Okay.
So the original's coming back, and they wanted to welcome him with all of his friends, right, from the past. But then they get all fucked up, and the Hour Man virus hits, and so I still haven't even seen Superman come out of the sun, which is like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
It's like he's been living in there all of that time. So I don't know.
Soaking up all that energy.
Right. And they're fighting, this giant, fake sun. So they had to create this planetary, what was it? It's like a planetary, it's a portable sun, basically.
Okay.
So it's huge, and it will provide light, but it has a big giant eyeball, computer on the inside of it, can destroy, do all kinds of shit, right? So it's a big scourge of the galaxy at this point. But they have to create it to defeat it.
Oh.
So and it's weird. So it's traveling through. Yeah, and
That's
it's hitting all these different timelines and this and that. So of course, like Batman's, he's on Pluto. Right?
Okay.
Because Pluto's basically Arkham, the whole entire planet. Mars is Martian Manhunter himself. He was integrated into the sands of Mars.
Okay.
Yeah, he went there at some point, and then he can literally, he's like Swamp Thing, come up, fucking grab shit. Shit. The Superman of that time only can be powered by that killer sun, right? And our sun is weaker. So he's not as badass, right?
Okay.
So he has to
he's just slightly badass.
Right. He's good, but he's not that good.
I can lift, a car. Maybe.
Yeah. Aquaman is on Neptune.
Okay.
Because because they're all in charge of their own planets.
Okay.
Like Flash is on Mercury or some shit like that. Yeah, you got all the heroes are spread out. So I don't know who's on Earth. I don't remember, but it's just a weird concept. It's a fucking badass idea.
It looks like it was a pretty big crossover. It had its original miniseries, right? There's a miniseries book of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an 80-page giant issue.
Ooh.
And then, it looked like so many crossovers.
Dude.
All the crossovers.
It's one of those big events that they had. They always have this shit. And it's like,
I don't mind those after the fact.
Yeah.
In collected editions and things like that. That's cool. I'm not going to sit and buy every, I'm past that point in my life when I was a kid. Sure. I'd follow a storyline, because that's how you got the storyline. There was no other way.
Right. You had to read it.
Right.
Or you had to keep up with it. There's some that I'm trying to keep up with, but I'm still going back to the older shit. Reading a lot of Captain America and shit.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Faux show.
But been watching a lot of Howard the Duck too.
Okay.
Got it on VHS. So I'm pretty happy about that one. I was like, yes.
Have you seen Shogun at all?
No, not yet.
I've started it. It's pretty good. Pretty damn good.
Watched a little bit of The Gentleman.
Oh, what'd you think?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool show.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Guy Ritchie, I mean, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
It's a good show. He's the what would you say, British Martin Scorsese almost.
Kind of.
British gangster dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Who did Layer Cake? That wasn't him. I don't know. That was a good one too. Yeah, but there's a lot of good shit out there. But then you gotta fucking weed through it. It's exhausting.
Well, like we saw in the movies, right? Come on. That was
What are they doing?
just the grossest thing ever. It's just fucking gross.
There's some shit that is on. It's no wonder that my wife will watch that potato chip TV. You know what I mean? Like, what do you call that shit?
Reality TV kind of stuff.
Yes.
That was Matthew Vaughn, by the way, that directed Layer Cake. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, his shit was pretty. That was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
But it was like it reminds you of Guy Ritchie big time.
Absolutely. I could see that.
Yeah.
You like dogs?
You like digs?
You like digs? What'd you say?
I tried to revisit the Oceans movies the other day. Still good.
You know, not a fan of those movies. Like, and not because I'm not a fan. Like, I watched one of them.
What about Sinatra's?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I knew, you know.
I saw that movie, that movie, the opening titles, the whole movie. I was like, holy shit. That was a fork in the road for me, too. It was either like or dislike. When I started liking it, I was like, holy shit. Like, one of my biggest inspirations for design, Saul Bass, which my teachers didn't even know who he was.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I was just like, it's Saul fucking Bass. Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
It's Saul Bass. You know. Saul Bass. Think about it. Anatomy of a Murder ring a bell? No. Well, then you don't know Hitchcock.
Right.
So never mind.
Why am I even talking to you? You should be paying me.
This ain't a J-Lo joint. Yeah, but no, it's besides everyday living.
Yeah. I haven't, like I said, I would recommend Shogun. We should watch that and then talk about it because it's really good.
Who's in it?
Lots of people.
It's kind of like,
that are Asian.
yeah, everybody. I'll recognize everyone.
Yeah, like well, most of them you will.
yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
for sure.
Did you see the
But-
preview to the Dev Patel movie, the monkey man? Or
What is
something?
it? I'm sorry.
Monkey Man.
For who? Who's it?
It's that Dev Patel dude that was in Green Knight.
Okay.
And he was also in, what was it? Chepe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks weird. It looks like a really good action movie.
Yeah.
But are we back again? Because I don't know if I'm ready. You know, kind of riding out this horror ride.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for sure.
So a lot
I
of
think it's nice to mix it up, right?
yeah. Haven't seen a really good action movie in a very, very long time.
I like the John Wick movies.
That's the only exception.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
When you put those together as a whole too, it's like, damn,
Yeah.
what a fucking set. You know what I mean? That was
For
it was
sure.
like everything that he does that shit. Think about it.
Yeah.
God damn, except we didn't have 3 Point Break movies. Point
No,
Break
we
movies.
had two.
No. We only have one. We don't talk about the other one. But what if Johnny Utah came back 2 more times? With Gary Busey.
I actually, here's what happens is Johnny Utah is under a cover investigating this pottery company where they're stealing from banks, all these potters. And you come and find out it's led by Demi Moore. And he has to go make clay with her to summon Brody.
God damn, you went ghost on it.
And that's how you pull it all into the same universe.
And they're there.
Yeah.
Johnny Utah. And then John
Little
Wick
did you
shows
know
up.
that same character, that Brody, like he didn't die in that wave. He just married Demi Moore.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's his name? Brody or Bodie?
Bodie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. What was her name? That was in that too.
She was Tank Girl.
Lori Petty.
Yeah.
She was fucking badass in that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know. I always it's the black hair. You're just like, whoa, where does she come from?
For sure.
Oh yeah, she was Dot in A League of Their Own.
Yeah, that's true.
What a great movie.
There's no crying in baseball.
Thank you, Penny Marshall. I think I am a better person today because of Penny Marshall.
I'd say that's true for all of us, really.
You know, she was there.
That's right.
You know, whenever I looked down and I noticed there was only one set of footprints in the sand, it was her. It was Penny Marshall. She was carrying me when I needed the help.
I believe it. I believe it.
And Don Amici.
Yeah.
You know, Don Amici was one of those guys that he could always lend a helping hand whenever I needed it. You know, I'd just be like, you know what, buddy? I'm going to watch Cocoon. Just because you're in it, Don Amici. And you know what? You make me feel good.
There you go.
Thanks, Don Amici. Randolph. What was it, Mortimer? I think he was Mortimer.
Mortimer, right.
Yeah. Randolph. Mortimer. I like how they brought him back for fucking, what was that? The Eddie Murphy movie where Coming to America.
Oh.
He gives them the money and they're like, we're back.
Yeah. That was smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. That movie was so good too.
100%.
Lionel Joseph. Shit's so bad.
Got that soul glow.
Damn, it's been a long time. Yeah, other than that though, nothing.
Just working and living life, yo. Had some holidays in there. Had an Easter.
God damn, man.
Yeah.
It's Easters.
We had that Easter's in there.
Hey, when was the last time you went to Mount Princeton?
2 or 3 years ago.
We went to this new subdivision.
Oh.
It was like the Heights or some shit. I don't know what it is. It's nice.
Nice.
It's like the it's like Melrose or some shit. Really very nice houses. We stayed in this one that was like a barn.
Okay.
An old school barn. It's huge, 3-story built up.
I think we've just stayed in like their suite things that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a Airbnb. It wasn't that bad. What's cool about Airbnb now is you can put them on that Klarna shit so you can pay it off.
Yeah.
That's even better. You know what I mean? So you can actually upgrade and get into a really cool place. I watched Saturday Night Live for the first time live in like 15 years.
How was it?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh,
It's pretty good.
it's Saturday Night Live. That's a staple in my life and has
Sure.
been since I was a kid. It's so crazy
Same.
that it's always something that you can always watch. It's like it's on. It might suck, but there's some good ones on that. But yeah, it was on Spectrum too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Never messed around with the format. Just got to one spot, and it was Easter's, right?
Uh-huh.
So I switched it on a channel, and it was weird because it was this Spanish channel, right? But it had the bars on the left and right, but it was squishing the picture. I don't know why it was squishing the picture on this one, but they were showing religious films, right?
Okay.
Spanish religious films, soundstage shit like that, made in the probably 30s and 40s and shit.
Okay.
Like just really weird shit. Like, God coming back and shit,
Okay.
Jesus hanging out, right?
Sure.
And then it was Adam and Eve was next. So I watched the first part of Adam and Eve, and I was like, man, that's pretty impressive. It's weird. Because it was like he was in Gumdrop Fairyland or some shit,
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, the way that, because they did the whole, God created the heavens and the earth, and they went through all of that shit, right?
Right.
And then they showed him being formed by the dirt and shit like that, and then he wakes up in the grass, and he's like, what the fuck? Right? He doesn't even know what his hand is, it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
And he like hits himself in the face, and he's like, whoa. And then he rolls over, and he's like, I can do all this shit? And he's naked the whole time, but you don't see anything because
not.
cleverly hidden like fucking gumdrop, berries or whatever the fuck is there. Was in the way, but I was like, this is like a Technicolor nightmare. I would love to see the whole movie, right? With the right subtitles in it.
Sure.
There's so much cinema out there that would be to be able.
Did you check the Internet Archives?
No, I need to.
Yeah,
I need
for
to.
Sure. They have a lot of good stuff on there.
Just think about all the religious films that were made. I mean, I'm not religious by any means, by any stretch of the imagination, but the subject matter and the way that they were done, it's like a lot of people had money to throw at it. And there was a lot of fucking cool shit. Even if it did look weird, but even then it was in Spanish. I wish I had a reverse SAP button.
I know, right?
Why the fuck not, right? It still to this day pisses me off because I think that's one of the greatest things that anybody could have ever invented was like a reverse SAP.
And it just makes sense.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
I wonder if it is transmission of the data, the actual soundtracks to be able to choose.
Yeah, could be.
But you could remedy that by just fucking having a TV and saying, where are you at? English, bam. And then it give you the other ones that you want.
For sure.
You can say, which reverse SAP buttons you want. I want Spanish, French, fucking German.
I want to hear this French movie in German while
You could do it on Disney.
Yeah, for
Disney,
sure.
I mean, the last 10 minutes of any Disney show is basically all the voice acting cast.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So why the fuck not? We could learn a lot more languages.
That's for sure. I want this in Mongolian.
Right. It's like, how does that get all
Stay
the
away
way
from
there?
my shitty walls, you damn Mongolians. With that, I think we should probably wrap up this quick cast. Stay tuned, though. Coming soon, we'll be running and a gunning on a new episode. Where can they catch us at, Brock?
On Facebook at Drop Culture Podcast, on Twitter Drop Culture Podcast, on the web at dropculturepodcast.com.
No, it's just dropculture.com.
Dropculture.com. God damn, it's been fucking. I forgot that. Dropculture.com.
Guy who runs our website.
No shit, right? What do I run, right? And literally, like, I look at it every once in a while. I'm like, okay, it's still going.
Still looks good on my mobile. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
it's gotta look good mobile. But yeah, with that, later.
Yeah, peace.
Maybe we should jazz up the new theme song or do a new theme song.
You want to do a new theme
I
song?
don't know, maybe.
Right on.
In a way, yes. In a way, no.